Is it, everybody? Hello, everybody. Tyrone the God 3 here, and welcome to episode 49 of the Emerald LP. In the last episode, we battled Glacia and beat her. In this episode, we're going to battle against Drake. And out of all the videos I've made, obviously, of the Elite Four, Drake's is going to be the shortest because, one, I battle him alone, and two, I don't take as long with Drake as I did with Glacia. That proves that Glacia is an asshole. Like, freaking hate her. So yeah, with that said, here we go. This is it, everybody. The battle with Drake. So let's do this. Drake uses dragon type Pokemon, if you haven't guessed. And yeah, he uses some of the Pokemon that we battled once before against several gym leaders. Like he uses freaking Kingdra from when Juan used him. And he's got an Altaria from when Wiona used him. The Shelgon he has is at level 52, and when we haven't been introduced to Shelgon until now. Altaria is at level 54, Kingdra is at level 53, Flygon is at level 53. All of the Pokemon are male, obviously. Salamence is his ace in the hole, and is a Pokemon we've been first introduced to as well. It is at level 55, and it is the Pokemon obviously holding the Citrus Berry. So yeah, he's got a wide variety of dragon type Pokemon. Unfortunately, he has that freaking Kingdra, and I hate Kingdra. I hate Kingdra more than I hate Altaria because Kingdra pretty much has almost no weaknesses except for dragon. And later on, when we finally get X and Y, it'll be weak against fairy types. So yeah, with that said, Kingdra is a really hard Pokemon to bring down, especially this one because, you know, it's of how higher level it is than the one Juan has. I go in for the same opening move that I've been going in since, you know, I've been here, and I use the substitutes. The substitutes serve me pretty well, you know, to get the speed boost off or whatever. My ace in the hole here, or at least what should be my ace in the hole Pokemon during this battle is Pelakil, because Pelakil has the ability to, Pelakil has Ice Beam, which one hit KOs everything, because dragons are weak against ice type Pokemon, and a lot of Drake's Pokemon are like dragon and flying type, which means that they get a quad weakness to ice. Like Altaria and Salamence are both dragon and flying. I also know that Flygon is ground and dragon, which means that it has a quad weakness to ice. So a lot of the Pokemon that Drake ends up using wind up being his downfall because, you know, Pelakil's an ice type, and that serves me well in this battle. So yeah, it's a good thing I did teach Pelakil, went ahead and taught Pelakil Ice Beam. Blizzard probably would have been more successful in just plain taking Pokemon out, but like I said, it sometimes misses, and in battles with Elite Four, you can't afford to miss. Shelgon freaking lives this with a little bit of his HP left, and this is weird. Like, Shelgon ends up living this and using the full restore, and it's obviously a lower level Pokemon, so it probably shouldn't have lived it, but it does anyway. I just go ahead and take this advantage to use another Ice Beam on Shelgon, and then it has less health than it had before, which is very weird. Using the full restore gives me time to use 2 Ice Beams to ensure that Shelgon's wiped out. I didn't want to take any chances in using another move that probably would only be like an inch, because Shelgon probably has good defense. Anyway, he goes in and uses his ace in the hole Pokemon, Salamence. So I go ahead and Salamence also has Intimidate, so yeah, that's something you want to look out for. It cuts your attack power down. Anyway, I go ahead and use Ice Beam. Ice Beam does quad damage to Salamence because it's dragon and it's flying. So with that said, I end up taking Salamence out. So hooray for me. Next up is Altaria. I don't fear it at all because this thing is flying and dragon as well. So again, quad weakness. Boom, Ice Beam. Altaria is taken out. Oh no, Altaria lives with like -1 health. It ends up using Dragon Dance. I go ahead and take it out with like Aerial Ace just to finish it, because I know Pelakil should have enough speed. Yes, thanks to Slasher Speed Boost activating twice, Pelakil has more than enough speed to ensure that it'll keep moving. So boom, there we go. We take out a large portion of Drake's team just using Ice Beam alone. We end up taking out 3 Pokemon, just knocking them out simultaneously with Ice Beam. He ends up using Kingdra, and I don't expect to win this battle at all against Kingdra because, you know, Kingdra freaking has no weaknesses as far as I'm concerned, because I don't have any dragon type attacks I can fight Kingdra off with myself. So I just go ahead and end up using Ice Beam, hoping that I can pretty much do some moderate damage. And the same thing ends up happening to me that it happened in my battle with Juan. Freaking Kingdra gets frozen, so I end up switching out to Trizzard and using Leaf Blade. Are you getting deja vu yet? Because this happened once before, you guys. This is all deja vu. It's just like what happened in the Juan battle. It's just our Pokemon are at higher level. I think that's very funny. That you gotta respect that. Although unlike the Juan battle, Kingdra ends up living with a little bit of its health, and you already know that since it's so low on health, it's gonna go ahead and use full restore in order to heal itself up. That means it's also cured from being frozen too. So yeah, unfortunately I was winning, but then that ended up happening and it ended up screwing me over. I'm gonna use Leaf Blade a couple of times here on Kingdra, hoping that I can take it out. But otherwise, I don't think Kingdra has anything on it in order to take Trizzard out. Like, this Kingdra in particular doesn't have any ice type attacks, unlike the one Juan had, because Juan I think had like Ice Beam or Blizzard, one of the two moves that did Trizzard some damage, or that could be harmful towards Trizzard. Flygon ends up coming out, and instincts tell me to use Pelekil, so I can go ahead and hit it with Ice Beam. But then I end up shifting, and instead I end up using What am I doing? I just keep Trizzard out. Okay, never mind. I go ahead and keep Trizzard out because I know Flygon's part ground. Yeah, it's part ground, so I know that grass type attacks are going to do a lot of damage to it. But I do also know that it's part dragon, which means grass type attacks are going to do normal damage to it. I end up getting freaking hit by the flamethrower, and I gotta say, Trizzard has earned the most of my respect here in this league. Trizzard is freaking fighting like a beast. You would think that flamethrower would have killed Trizzard, but not. I mean, granted, Flygon didn't get the same type of attack bonus, but look at Trizzard go. Like, I just go ahead and keep Trizzard in the battle just because. So yeah, I go ahead and just, I take the flamethrower, and I'm thinking that he's going to use another full restore, but he already used his full restores in the battle earlier, so he shouldn't have. So I go ahead and use Leaf Blade. It takes the Flygon out, and Trizzard lives with 3 health on a burn. Freaking Trizzard go. Trizzard, you are a boss for that. That was awesome. Trizzard just went beast mode in that battle. So yeah, with that said, Drake is defeated. And you all know what that means. Only one more battle left to go. Once that's said, we get to battle against the strongest trainer in Hoenn, Wallace, the champion. So I'll see you guys then. We'll battle the champion. Tyrone the God 3 out, everybody.